So, who are you endorsing in the mayoral race, and why are you supporting that candidate? Please tell us the strengths and weaknesses of the two candidates. And just to remind everybody, that would be Rahm Emanuel and Jesus Garcia are the two candidates. John Marino.
Well, I'm not endorsing any candidate in the mayoral race. As alderman, we have to work with whoever is going to be the mayor. I want to represent the entire community, and that's citizens that vote for Mayor Emanuel, and that's citizens that vote for Chuy Garcia. So they both have their different variations and their different strengths and weaknesses, but it really is, it doesn't matter what I think as to who's the better candidate. It boils down to, am I going to be able to work with either candidate that gets in? And the fact remains for me, yes, I'll be able to work with either candidate to get things done. And to add to that, it's a matter of, you don't have to be a rubber stamp for any mayoral candidate. And I believe that a rubber stamp of no is just as bad as a rubber stamp of yes.
Alderman Arena.
So, we have two qualified candidates for mayor, and I think we're incredibly lucky to be in this position, that there is a dialogue going on over the mayor's race. I'm not endorsing either candidate because my job on the city council, and the job of the city council, that's what we need to reform if we're going to have this city start moving forward. We need a council that, regardless of who is in the fifth floor and in the big chair of the council floor, that we look at their proposals with a critical eye, that we evaluate them not from who supported us in the last election, but are these good ideas? Are these ideas good for the 45th Ward? Are they good for the city of Chicago? And for the past 4 years, that's exactly what I've done. And the issue of whether you vote yes or no, there is no right answer, except in that particular legislation. And the value that I have, the role of alderman, I need to hold my vote as having value. And that vote goes to something for it when it meets the standards of our communities, when it meets the standards for our city, and not a minute sooner. If I can use that to improve a piece of legislation, so that, and as I have, by improving the city budget and the way it's implemented, then it's a yes. And if not, then it's a no. And I would say that my record, as Dick Simpson analyzed the divided roll call votes of being 43% for proposals and 57% against, is exactly where it needs to be. I would ask John to tell me which votes. Was it one of the three budgets that I disagreed with? Was it the redux of the parking meter deal? Which one of those votes that I took should have been offered up for some political gain?
Thank you.
All I would say is that whoever the mayor is at the time, you need to be able to work with people to get things done in your community. The number one priority when you're voting has to be our ward. You, the community, has to be the priority. No other political agenda, or just to be able to say, I'm the guy who votes against the mayor the most. That's my point. You gotta vote based on how it first affects our community, and then beyond.
Alderman Arena, 1 minute rebuttal.
So I voted against the digital billboards, which is a massive giveaway of advertising revenue. I voted against the speed cameras at a time when we are critical, when we have corruption in the red camera system. Should I have voted for that? Parking meter redux, another giveaway to a corporate interest. The DePaul Arena, a $55 million giveaway to a private institution and a wealthy hotel. You could walk through every single vote that I've taken. And again, I would pose to John to analyze those things if he wanted to take the time. And tell me why I should have voted for or against, or what would he have done in those situations. My decisions are based on analysis, third-party analysis, so that I have the best information. And when it's wrong for the city and wrong for the board, that's the way I vote.